Listen well, for this is a tale that will make your heart race and your eyes sparkle with wonder. In Imo State, Nigeria, lay the vibrant village of Umudim. Here, under a wide, brilliant sky and among smiling faces, lived a young girl whose name would soon become legend, Amaka. Amaka was known far and wide as not only the most beautiful girl in the village, but also the fiercest warrior anyone had ever seen. Every morning when the sun stretched its warm rays over Uweri and Umudim alike, Amaka rose with a spark in her eyes and a fierce determination in her heart. Today I will train, I will learn, and I will show that no man in this village can ever defeat me, she would exclaim loudly, her voice carrying over the quiet fields and into the bustling market. Welcome to Matt Stories. Please don't forget to give us a like, subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell to get notified when the next story is out. Amaka's story began long before she was known as the warrior of Umudim. Born into a humble but loving family, she was raised by her wise and caring grandmother, Naoma, who filled her days with enchanting stories of old heroes, ancient battles, and the magic of the ancestors. Naoma always said, "Child, true strength lies not in the muscles alone, but in the courage of your heart and the wisdom of your mind." These words became Amaka's guiding light. As a little girl, she would play in the dusty roads, chasing after butterflies and learning to run faster than any of the other children. Even when the other boys would tease her for her small frame, Amaka would smile and retort, "I may be small, but my spirit is as big as the sky." Her confidence grew with every step, and soon it became clear that she was destined for greatness. Every day, under the watchful eyes of the elders and the kindly nods of neighbors, Amaka practiced the art of fighting. In the cool mornings and in the glowing afternoons, she would train using simple tools, a sturdy stick carved from the village's ancient iroko tree and a shield made from the hide of a wild animal. With each swing and every block, Amaka learned the language of battle. The rhythmic sound of her wooden sword striking her shield echoed through the village square, a constant reminder that strength, skill, and determination were virtues to be admired. Neighbors would often gather to watch her practice, their eyes wide with amazement as Amaka moved gracefully yet powerfully. "One day," she would say with a bright grin, "I shall prove that no man can defeat me." And in that moment, every person in Umudim believed that Amaka was destined for heroic. As Amaka grew older, her reputation as a fierce fighter spread beyond the boundaries of Umudim. Traders passing through Uweri would whisper tales of the fearless girl who challenged anyone who dared test her strength. Her reputation was not built on cruelty, but on fairness. She fought not out of anger, but as a way to defend the weak and uphold honor in the community. One bright morning, while the dew still clung to the grass and the first birds chirped cheerfully, Amaka was approached by a young man named Obina, a man of great strength and pride, known for his boisterous laughter and his love for challenges. "Amaka," he called out in a voice as deep as the river Niger, "today I challenge you. Let us see if your legend is true." The entire village fell silent as the challenge was announced, the anticipation crackling in the warm air like fireflies at dusk. Obina, with his broad shoulders and confident stride, was well known as a champion in Umudim. He had won many friendly duels before, and his name was often spoken with respect and admiration. Yet, when he faced Amaka, there was something different in the air, a spark of magic and a promise of an unforgettable battle. Standing in the center of the village square, Amaka met Obina's challenge with calm determination. "Obina," she said in a clear, strong voice, "I will fight you not to prove my strength over you, but to show that the spirit of our people is brave and kind. Today, let us learn from each other." With that, the two took their positions. Neighbors formed a wide circle around the square, and the elders with twinkling eyes nodded their approval. For hours they fought, a dance of swift dodges, bold strikes and gentle parries. The wooden sword clashed against the shield in a rhythm that spoke of centuries of tradition, and the cheers of onlookers filled the air. Throughout the duel, Amaka's movements were as graceful as a gazelle and as swift as the wind. Every blow she delivered was balanced by a careful block or a nimble step back, showing that her strength was matched by her intelligence. Obina fought valiantly, his arms swinging with the force of a mighty storm, yet Amaka's determination and training shone brightly. "I am not here to defeat you, Obina," she said between moves, her eyes sparkling with respect and mischief. "I fight for the honor of our village, to show that even the smallest spark can light up the darkest night." With those words, she disarmed Obina in a single, elegant move that left him sprawled on the soft earth. The crowd erupted in applause and laughter, not out of mockery, but in celebration of the spirit and unity that Amaka's fight represented. After the duel, the elders gathered around Amaka and Obina, discussing the deeper meaning behind the battle. Elder Ifechukwu, a man known for his wisdom and measured words, spoke slowly and clearly. "Today we witnessed not just a fight, but a lesson in humility, courage, and the power of determination. Amaka has shown that true strength is found in one's heart, and that every challenge we face is an opportunity to learn and grow." His words resonated with every villager, and even the young ones sat wide-eyed, absorbing the lesson as if it were a precious treasure. Amaka, though proud of her skill, bowed her head respectfully. "Thank you, wise Ifechukwu," she said softly. "I fight to protect, to learn, and to bring honor to our people." In that moment, every man and woman in Umudim felt a deep connection, a shared sense of pride that their home was blessed with such a brave soul. Over the following weeks, Amaka's days were filled with even more training, preparation, and lessons from the elders. The village of Umudim buzzed with excitement and admiration, and her story began to spread to neighboring communities such as Nwangele and Nkwere. Traders, travelers, and even scholars from Owerri and other parts of Imo State would come to witness her prowess. They marveled at her ability to move with such poise and strength, and many began to question the old ways, wondering if perhaps the ancient legends of powerful heroines were not mere tales, but real truths embodied in Amaka's spirit. At night, as the cool breeze rustled the leaves of towering mango trees, Amaka would sit by her grandmother and Neoma, and listen to more stories of ancient warriors and wise ancestors. "Remember, my child," Neoma would say gently, "every battle you face, whether with a sword or with your heart, teaches you something valuable about life and about yourself." And so, every lesson, every challenge, and every duel became a stepping stone in the journey of Amaka's life, a journey that had only just begun. One particular afternoon, as the sun hung low in the sky and painted the village in shades of amber and gold, a stranger arrived at the outskirts of Umudim. His name was Chibuzo, a travelling storyteller and fighter from the distant lands of Abaya. Dressed in colourful robes and carrying an air of mystery, Chibuzo had come to witness the fabled skills of Amaka. The villagers gathered eagerly to hear his tales, for he had travelled far and wide, and his words were said to carry the wisdom of many lands. "I have heard of the brave Amaka," Chibuzo declared as he entered the village square. "They say that she fights with the strength of 100 men and the heart of a true lioness." His words rippled through the crowd, sparking a mix of pride and anticipation. Amaka, standing quietly with a gentle smile, welcomed the traveller. "I am honoured by your praise, Chibuzo," she replied, in her clear, confident tone. "But remember, every fighter learns from every challenge, and every challenge teaches a lesson." Chibuzo nodded in agreement, his eyes twinkling with respect, and the promise of new adventures seemed to hover in the air like a soft, inviting melody. Chibuzo stayed in Umudim for several days, sharing his stories and engaging in friendly sparring matches with Amaka. Their duels were full of twists and turns, each move a conversation without words, a dialogue of strength, wisdom, and respect. "Your style is unique, Amaka," Chibuzo said one evening as they rested beneath the starry sky. "I have never seen such a blend of grace and power. Tell me, from where did you learn these secrets?" Amaka paused, her gaze fixed on the shimmering horizon, and then replied softly, "I learned from my beloved grandmother, Neoma, and from the very heart of Umudim itself. Every rock, every tree, every whisper of the wind carries a lesson if you know how to listen." Her words, simple yet profound, resonated with everyone gathered around the fire. In that moment, the villagers understood that Amaka's strength came not only from training, but from a deep connection to her land, her people, and the ancient wisdom of her ancestors. As days turned into weeks, the presence of Chibuzo brought a new energy to Umudim. Under his gentle guidance, Amaka began to explore different fighting styles, learning moves that were both creative and unpredictable. Their training sessions often stretched into the early hours of the morning, and the soft glow of dawn would find Amaka practicing by the riverbank, her reflection merging with the rippling water. "Every day is a new battle, and every battle teaches us something," Chibuzo would remark as he watched her practice. "Remember, Amaka, true victory is not just in defeating an opponent, but in understanding the strength that lies within you." With each lesson, Amaka's skill grew, and so did the mystery surrounding her. People from distant villages started to whisper that she was touched by the gods, a living embodiment of both beauty and indomitable power. And though many men tried to challenge her in friendly contests, the message was clear. She fought and beat every man in the village, not out of cruelty, but as a testament to the pure, untamable spirit that defined her. In the golden haze of a late afternoon, as the cicadas sang and the air was filled with the scent of wild blossoms, Amaka found herself reflecting on the journey so far. Sitting quietly by the ancient well at the heart of Umudim, she recalled the faces of those she had met, the lessons she had learned, and the many challenges that had tested her resolve. "Every fight has made me stronger," she whispered to herself, her eyes reflecting both the wisdom of the past and the promise of the future. She knew that her journey was far from over, that new challenges, new lessons, and even greater battles lay ahead. With a deep breath, Amaka stood up, feeling the warm earth beneath her feet, and resolved that she would continue to fight for honor, justice, and the well-being of her people. The winds carried her quiet vow across the village, a message of hope and determination that resonated in every heart. Did you enjoy this story? Please share your thoughts in the comment. Don't forget to give us a like and subscribe to this channel.